At the end of the day, we didn't execute. We got to be able to. First two drives were great, but after that, we have to keep it going. But I mean, they're a tremendous team. Hats off to them. Unfortunately, we had an opportunity at the end, and it's tough. I mean, it's tough. You love playing this game with your teammates, and that's the toughest part about it. Is it stops, and 31 teams feel this at the end of the season, and. I'd say the hardest part is you develop I talk about relationships. You develop relationships with your teammates, and for it to end is tough. Just being with these guys, but we were able to spend time in the locker room after, and that's what this game's about, is those relationships.
Nick, you talked a lot during the playoffs about being happy that you got to this point because you got to wear the uniform one last time. When you walked off this field, did it feel like the last time you were wearing this uniform?
I'm not really going to worry about it right now. I think I'm just going to do what I can to enjoy this fight back with my teammates, and we'll see what happens. I do know that we went out there and gave it everything we had tonight, and that's where everyone's got to keep their heads held high, because that's what it's about. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but ultimately, if you give it everything you have, that's what it's about.
Nick, saw you and other teammates pick up Alshon right after that last play. What do you say to him at that time?
Oh, dude, you just tell them you love them. That's what it's about. I mean, this game, it's tough. Not everyone can do it in those moments. Just tell them I love you. Let's keep going. Amongst other things that I'll keep to myself. But that's the general message, and that's what this team's about. That's what playing this game's about, is developing those relationships. To the tough part about it, like I said, is when it's over, it's over. But I don't regret anything. I always play this game to develop relationships, because that's what makes it a strong team.
Nick, what was the confidence level on that last drive? And I mean, Alshon's been so money on those catches. How surprising was it that he didn't get that one?
No, I mean, that's part of the game. Can't look back and say what if or what. The confidence level in the huddle was extremely confident, like always. We go in there. We get in the huddle every time and expect to march right down the field. We were moving the ball, and unfortunately it didn't go our way. But that's the tough part about this game. You win through losses, you win through wins. This is something that all of us are going to learn from, and we'll be better for. I've talked a lot about my career in the NFL and the ups and downs. You're always learning, and we learned a lot tonight. And it's tough, but we'll keep moving on.
What happened with the interception, the first one?
First one, he made a good play. Was trying to take a shot downfield. Need to get the ball up probably another foot or so, but I believe it was Lattimore made a good play.
Nick, I'm sure, whether this is your final game or not, I'm sure you're aware of how much the fans in Philadelphia just adore you, and nobody wants to see you go. How does that make you feel?
I think the big thing is what the city means to me. It's always welcomed me and my family. It's really been a joy to live there and be a part of everything, and wear the green and wear the jersey. So no matter what, you can't ever take that away. We were able to do some really special things. So we'll see what happens. But I'll tell you this: I've enjoyed every single moment, and it'll always have a special place in my heart. The city, the fans, the people, everything about it. There's nothing like playing in the link in front of the crowd. It's some of my favorite moments. My family's got to experience them. My daughter's got to experience them. So we'll see what happens, but I've enjoyed everything.
And so you said there's confidence in the huddle there. After the missed field goal, were you thinking about last week? Were you thinking on previous game we tried? What goes through your mind?
Just what's the play? What's the next play? That's all that matters. I talk about staying in the moment. In the playing in the Superdome, we have an opportunity to go down and score at the end. The only thing I'm worried about is the play, and then recognizing what the defense is doing, and then ultimately executing the play. So just simplifying things in my head in those moments, so I can go out there and march down the field.
What happened on you had a throw to Nelson? He didn't look back. What was the mix up there, or was there?
It's just a miss. Different covers, different things. Part of this game, you take shots, and I think ultimately, I wish I would have put a little more air on it. That's the tough part about the game is we didn't execute in that. I got to throw a better ball.
Was that a route that was he had two options based upon the coverage, or was that just a straight?
He has a couple options.
You were thinking you were thinking of a certain thing.
Yeah, I mean ultimately we didn't execute.
Did you overall just not feel as sharp as you have the last stretch?
No, I mean, football is a funny sport. I mean, it's, especially playoff football. It's tough. I felt like we started the game off hot and we were battling the rest of the game, and we gave ourselves the opportunity to win the game at the end based on how our team was playing. You wish you could get it done, but at the end of the day, New Orleans did a great job of fighting themselves and giving themselves a win, and ultimately they won. So I feel good about everyone's effort. I know everyone gave everything. This is tough just because this is the last time this team will be together, and that's the toughest part about this.
You said that 31 other teams have this feeling. Does it feel differently this year because of the way that the team kind of had the momentum going into this game? Or is
No, it's always difficult. Fortunately, we were able to be the one team that finished on top, and that's just an electrifying feeling. It doesn't really matter. If you're not that one team, it's tough. Like I said, because the locker room changes, and that's it. But I know, we fought our way all season. The guys are resilient. Our coaches are resilient. Everyone at the facility is resilient, and they showed that. So everyone should be very proud of what they were able to accomplish. Ultimately, it wasn't our end goal, but it's like I said, everyone should keep their heads held high because, we were able to, really pick it up the last 4 weeks or so, and, we were so close all throughout the year. And that's a testament to the people that, are in the facility, the guys in the locker room, because most teams aren't able to do that and fight like this team has.
And Nick, I'm sure there's a swirl of emotions in a moment like this. If you could just help kind of describe what they are.
I think the thing right now is just your emotions are you're trying to figure them out right now. There's a lot going on. Ultimately, all I can really think about is just enjoying this fight with my teammates. I know we wish we were continuing on, but that's part of this game. Just enjoying that, seeing them tomorrow. That's really all I'm thinking about.
Nick, your objective is still to be a starter in this league, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see what happens in the future. Once again, I'm not going to speculate on that. But, yeah, I love leading a team. I love, being in the huddle, being a part of a locker room, doing that. That's, why I play the game.
Does it seem like, Nick, that injuries are kind of the story of the season? Again, today they were a big part of the narrative.
That's football, though. Injuries happen. We showed that last year. We had a lot of injuries, and we were able to overcome them. And, ultimately, I know tonight a couple of guys got banged up, but that's part of the game. Next guy up. And, I've always said the guys who are injured are still there supporting our team. And that's something that's really special. But that's just part of football.
Take a couple more questions.
How much do you want to stay in Philadelphia?
That's a tough question. It's a really unique situation. Something that honestly I need time to just step back. I love the city. I love playing there. We have 3 guys in that quarterback room that can play in this league, and that's the part about it. But I'll tell you this: no matter what happens, it's been a joy. Playing in the city, being in that quarterback room with Carson and Nate, going to work every day. And I know we talked about it earlier, but the city means so much to me and my family, and it always will.
You spoke how Carson was by your side throughout the run to the Super Bowl championship. You spoke about it again this time. What was his message to you after this being a loss?
Yeah, I think Carson and Nate, we're all together. I think the big thing is just love and support for one another in that quarterback room. It's tough too when the season comes to an end because we do so much together with film study, with supporting each other on the sidelines and practice. So for it to come to an end is tough, but like I said, you always cherish those relationships you develop going to work every day. So just having Carson and Nate be supportive of me this last stretch, and when Carson was playing or if Nate's playing, it's a special quarterback room because of the support system and something that we don't take for granted.
What would be your message to the fans who I'm sure as heartbroken as you are right now?
I'd say the big thing is, I would like to thank them for their support. It's not ultimately, how we wanted to end the season, but I think, this team represents what Philly's about. People counted us out, and we were able to continue to fight and give us an opportunity to enter the playoffs and then win the first round. And, you know, we had an opportunity to win this game, and this team never stopped fighting, much like the city of Philadelphia. That's just sort of, you know, living in the city, that's just who the people are. But ultimately, I just want to say how grateful I am for everything they've done, every moment in the link, and, you know, just continue to support the Eagles. And there's a bright future here with this team and everyone there.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.